Good afternoon. This is Sam. Hope you're doing well today. Today is Sunday, the 27th, I think, of September. Anyway, want to say good morning and good afternoon to you all, and hope you're having a great day. And wanted to share a few things with you. As you know, the name of my channel is called Side Hustle Sam, and on my channel I do part-time go out and do yard sales and stuff like that, and then I turn around and flip it on eBay. But I also have another part-time side hustle that I do as well that I highlight on this channel, which I will be highlighting some more as well. And that is Airbnb. And Airbnb has done extremely well so far this year. We're looking at almost $50,000 in profit with Airbnb, which is much more than I have done so far with eBay this year. So I'm thinking I'm somewhere around 6,500 so far this year with Airbnb, and with eBay. And as you know, with eBay, you have your cost of goods, you have your taxes, you have your shipping costs, and all these other costs that go along with it, as well as eBay's fees. And you typically end up with about half of what you make on your sales with eBay. So for those of you who are doing eBay or interested in other side hustles, I hope this inspires you to look at different side hustles outside of eBay. You can make a lot of money outside of eBay. But anyway, getting back to today's video. I'm going to switch over in just a second, and I'm going to do something that I've never done before. I'm going to do a what sold video, but I'm going to capture the information from my screen on my computer, which will have a smaller video of myself in the screen, and you'll be able to see what I've sold by looking at my screen on my computer. Now, this is something totally new to me. Never done it before, but I am hoping that this will be a success. Before I go, I want to shout out to a couple of folks. I want to say hey to my friend Jim Haynes, who is the Oxford Super host in Oxford, Mississippi. He runs an Airbnb in Oxford, Mississippi, and does a very good job with that. He's making almost as much on his one house as I'm making on two houses here in Montgomery. So shout out to Jim Haynes. Good to always have Jim around and be able to talk to him. We talk offline a lot of times, and Jim's just a really good guy. He's about my age, and we have a lot in common. The other guy I want to talk about real quick and just shout out to is, his name is on YouTube. His name is Dallas Flips, Dallas Flips, and his name is Dash. So shout out to you, Dash. You're doing a great job, and don't let those lawyers get to you, okay, buddy? So without further ado, we're going to get on into our What's Sold video. All right, welcome. This is, like I said, my first time ever using this Flashback Express, so I want to go into my eBay app here and share some things with you with how eBay's going. Here on, when you have the basic store, I just got the basic store maybe about a month ago. This is what your screen looks like. I really don't like the way this looks compared to the way it used to look. I really like the other way it used to look. But once I set up my basic store, I had all of this information available to me. It gives me analytics. It tells me what my total sales are. See, it shows all my sales for the month. This is showing my total sales for the last 31 days is $1,101.32. So if I want to click on this, I can pull up and see exactly what it is that has sold. And you see my sales are up 47.5%. It shows your taxes and fees. Collected by eBay was $60.31. Selling cost is $345.71. Average sales price per item is $68.83, which is not bad at all. So the net sales after taxes, fees, and everything is $695.30, and then if you take away the cost of goods, it is approximately $550. So like I said before, if you want to ever just get a rough estimate of what you're making, all you have to do is just cut your profits or your total sales in half, and that's a good estimate of what you're actually bringing back home. So let's go to our sold items. Actually, I'm going to go to my listings. Okay. Now I want to go to my sold items so I can tell you all what's sold. Like I said, I don't like this new thing here. That's the last 90 days totals. It's $2,931, and looks like I'm on my way to becoming a top-rated seller. This is the last 12 months, close to $6,000. So if you cut that in half, that's about $3,000 that I have made after taxes, fees, and everything else. So let's go to my sold items if I can get to it. All right, here we go. All right, the last thing I sold was this 1980s camera. It's called a Sharp Slim Cam camcorder model VL-L49OU, and it was untested. It sold for $29.99. This was a item I picked up at a yard sale, and I think I paid around $5 for it. I know it wasn't more than $5 that I paid for this camcorder, but anyway, it sold, and sold for a pretty decent price. So I was very pleased with that. The next item that I sold is this Sony PlayStation 2 video game console, and it came with two switches, or two handheld game controllers, that's what they're called, as well as this 8 megabyte memory card. So that sold for $39.99. Now this was not working, so I sold it for parts only, and the person that bought it apparently did not read that, so they contacted me after they purchased it and received it, said that they got it all plugged up and it wasn't turning on. And then I let them know that I had sold it for parts only. I offered them a refund if they wanted to return it, but they decided not to. So I guess they're going to eat it up, eat that cost. Now this is something I'm doing that's new. I've never done this before, is selling t-shirts and clothing items. So this is like the first, I think this is actually the first clothing item that I've ever sold. It's a t-shirt I was actually considering keeping myself. It's a 2X Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Club Band t-shirt, and it sold for $14.99. And this item was purchased for $2, I believe. Yeah. And it was also Junk Food is the brand name of that. So if you see any t-shirts out there, this is not a vintage t-shirt. It didn't have the single stitch that everybody's raving about, but it still sold. So I was very pleased with that as well. All right. Getting on to the next item. And this is something that I've had for quite some time now. It's a called a Viewpoint Magic Wand. It's a portable scanner, and it came in an open box, but you don't want to see that. So this is like a portable scanner. You pull it out and you just swipe it over whatever it is that you're trying to scan, and it loads onto your computer, and it sold for $23.99. I paid $3 for that at a thrift store here in Montgomery. This is part of my Barbie find. Remember a couple episodes back I had all those Barbies, and so far this is the only one that has sold, but I'm getting a lot of watchers on the others. I think maybe I've got them priced a little bit on the high side, so I'll just let those watchers keep watching until they decide to buy. But this is a 1991 Pet Pals Barbie Skipper, and it sold for $44.99, which is a pretty good price. And that was new in the box. All those Barbies that I picked up there were new in the box. And so with Halloween coming up, I thought, hey, I'll just pick up a couple of Halloween costumes. And I saw this in a yard sale and picked it up for $2. It's an Assassin's Creed Halloween costume for a medium-sized adult. But this is a Halloween costumes, and anything Halloween is selling real good right now. So this is sold for $34.99, and I picked that up for $3 at a yard sale. So that was a pretty good find. Here's another good item that I was very pleased with. This is a Duracell rechargeable Camcorder battery. And I picked this Duracell battery up for $5. It sold for $28.99, and it's new in the pack. And it sold fairly quickly. I was very pleased with that. And going on to the next item. This vintage GE AMFM clock radio. I think one of the reasons why this GE clock radio did so well is because it had that green display. Everybody likes that green display on them. And it also came with its own manual from whenever it was purchased brand new, which I'm thinking, based on just the look of this item, it was probably sold sometime in the mid to late 80s. Yeah, I would say that's about the time frame for that item. So that was a good item. I've got several other clock radios that I've purchased at the Goodwill and different places, and they're still got, some of them have watchers and some of them do not, but I think they'll be good sales. And none of them, I've not paid more than $5 for any of them. So here's another item that I picked up, and I think I got this at a yard sale for $5. It's called Laser X. And this is new in the box, and it has a little thing that you attach to yourself for the vest, and then the laser gun, and you play laser tag with each other. So this sold for $65. When I got this home and did the research on it, I was really surprised with how well it did, and the sell-through rate was pretty good as well. So if you see one of those out in the wild, be sure and pick it up. And here's another staple item that I've done really well with, and that is baseball gloves. This Nike 12-inch diamond ready left hand. I've sold several baseball gloves here recently. That's not it. This is a Pioneer audio video multi-channel receiver. I bought this at the Tails End thrift store, and I think I highlighted it on one of my videos in the past, but I bought this receiver right here with the remote control, and it came with 2 speakers as well, and I'll show you those in just a second. But I bought all of it, the stereo and the speakers, for like $40, $45. Sold it for $125, just the receiver. And let me show you the speakers that were with it. All right, we're almost there. All right, here are the speakers that went with it. And these speakers sold for $99. They're Sony APM D4 bass reflex speaker system, and those sold for $99 separate. So overall, if you add what I sold the receiver for and the speakers, it comes out to about $229. So that's not bad at all from a $45 purchase. Well, I think I've covered some of this other stuff in past what sold videos, but I think the last thing I will show you is something that came as kind of a surprise to me. Not really though, because I was aware that these vintage typewriters do very well on eBay, but this one right here, it's a vintage tan IBM electric typewriter, and you see with the typing that I did on there that it's working, but it is called an IBM Correcting Selectric 2, and this sold for $179, and it went out to California. I picked this up for $5 and was kind of surprised that it did as well as it did, but I looked up the sold comps on this thing and they were doing pretty good, so I said, well, I'm going to put it I'm going to price it high. And I do have another one. It's a black one, but it is not working, so I haven't listed it yet, but I'm going to list it for parts only. I think I'll be able to get at least 100 out of it as well, and I paid $5 for it. So that's what I've sold in the last month or so, the items that I've sold. And so you see, for a part-time eBay reseller who really is not invested in reselling, you can do pretty well. I'm averaging between $1,000 and $1,500 a month just piddling around with it, and it does take a little time to go out to the yard sales and go out to the different places and source these items, but that's a lot of fun. I enjoy doing that. I enjoy spending time with my wife, and it's just a nice little outing. To me, I compare it to fishing. When you put the hook in the water, you see what kind of fish you catch and how big it is, and it's eBay is a lot like that for me. You like to see how well you're going to do and how many fish you're going to catch. But I think if you list good items, unique items, and things that people just don't see every day, I think that is probably one of the things that helps me make more sales is listing items that you just don't see every day. Here's an example of that. This is a steno-electric shorthand for court reporting. I think I may have shown this on a previous video, but that just surprised me. It sold for $74.99. I picked it up at a yard sale for $20. But it came with its own case, and it was just a real good item to sell. Now, some of these items are going to cost a little bit in shipping because they're heavy. This one right here was a little bit heavy, so I think it was maybe $30-something in shipping. But that typewriter weighed 40 pounds, and so the shipping on that was really, if I had sent it through United States Postal Service, it would have been over $100. But what I did end up doing is sending it through FedEx, and there's a FedEx place right down the street from where I'm at, in our local Walgreens, and I was able to ship that for around $50, which was great. So I was able to save a little bit of money on the shipping there. But anyway, I'm not going to go over anything else for the what sold. Just wanted to share all that information with you and let you see what sold for the last 30 to 45 days. It's been a very, very successful month in September, and August was not quite as busy, but I hear that the fourth quarter, which is the last quarter of the year, is really the busiest quarter. So this will be my first year doing the fourth quarter. I started this venture in January, so we'll see how it goes. I'm looking forward to trying it out. Well, I hope you enjoyed that What's So video. That is, like I said, was my first time ever doing that split screen. It's actually a thing that I downloaded. It's a free download that is recommended by one of my, I did a search on YouTube on how to do a split screen video. And so this is called Flashback Express Player or Flashback Express. This is a great way to record yourself on the screen. If you don't have it, it's free. It's a free download. I didn't have any issues with any pop-ups or viruses or anything like that when I downloaded it. So it seems to be working pretty good for right now, and we'll just see how that goes. But I hope you enjoyed this video today. If you did, please give it a like and a thumbs up. And please comment below if you have anything you want to say to me. It'd be nice just to know that who you are and where you're from, and if I don't know you personally, and if I do know you personally, just say hi to me. So hope you enjoyed the video, like I said, and I hope you can come back and join us again in the future. But until next time, have a good one. Bye-bye.